That's helicopter activity. Monrovia police already documented engaged in group stalking in helicopter at 6 on July 23rd, 2024. Under the fake sun, which is already documented remaining present at the same exact property. Everybody that's on surveillance cameras on the work schedule that works for TOWNEPLACE Suites by Marriott is going to federal prison. The entire intersection, for example, I posted a screenshot of the intersection of what is Myrtle and Huntington. You can see Citizens, Avalon Bay, Yang Ming. These are third-party facilitating venues that are surrounding in relevant position. You're talking about what is the entire population that's group stalking, and that's a screenshot showing all of the entity, the people of the state who are in relevant position engaging in terrorism with the terrorist organization that just provided evidence against the people of the state and are literally providing grounds for what is federal prison, which I already captured on video when the demons were stalking in the helicopter that was amplified in volume. Those demons are monitoring. That is the commission of a sex offense by the government, monitoring an American citizen seeking to specifically terrorize while I'm on my laptop and Title 18 criminal activity is underway. And they know what I'm doing, which is uploading documentation onto my podcast to publish on the internet, which I'm going to continue doing. And the people of the state that you are aware of that are working at the crime scene, which is TOWNEPLACE Suites by Marriott, they're going to federal prison. I will continue to reiterate that. They're engaged in ceaseless criminal summoning. They're engaged in ceaseless surveillance. They're engaged in ceaseless harassment as an entity. And the entity just engaged in a terrorizing act of stalking in a helicopter, while the entity is engaged in an ongoing criminal pattern of conduct while it is aware of the fact that it's being documented. Title 18 criminal conduct is underway. All right, so I just want to be clear. It's currently 5:38 p.m. That is federal group stalking and monitoring by the state, utilizing helicopter activity as a means of audible activity. Remember, the entity is always stalking in helicopters. Creating audible activity is the entity that goes to the further extent to communicate a threat while doing so to its own demise. The chief of police of that demon-infected agency, the Monrovia Police Department, they're going to be met with the federal government. Period. All right. His name, I will remind, I'm going to include this on the podcast for today because the Monrovia Police Department is engaged in the state's pattern of conduct. And you're talking about federal prison. And you're talking about permanent removal and prosecution as the domestic enemy engaging in terrorism in the state, while a police department acts in conformity to a statewide pattern of conduct and doing so by stalking in helicopters. That's a specific method of terrorism and psychological torture and sexual violence, criminally facilitating terrorism and group stalking in concert with the state. And there is no chief of police that is engaging in that. That's a domestic enemy that's going to be prosecuted accordingly based on their animalistic criminal conduct, which I'm documenting. Again, it's currently 5:40 p.m. That's P.O.C.